Detachable, Chihuahua, Maglite, blood vessels.
Hey, Brian, what you doing over there, bud?
Just sitting chair, talking mic,
Yeah?
putting glove on.
Putting glove on, hand on, or whatever.
Forgot to put them on.
Yeah, that's a sick. For the ones you can't see the video, Brian's wearing a cowboy hat.
Yes, sir. Boy, I tell you what.
God, it looks about as natural as can be.
It does.
You look, you look
even-
like you invented the cowboy hat.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah, my ancestors.
Oh, it's just it used to be called an all-brand.
Yeah, back in the day. And it was like, I just didn't take off.
Take off, so we went to cowboy hat, which
Yeah.
whole family was not happy with. But
No, because we lost credit completely. If you look up Wikipedia page, we're just white from the face of the earth.
just gone.
Yeah.
It says somebody else's name, entirely different century.
Some guy that name starts with a Z or something,
Ugh.
that ends with a Z.
Unbelievable.
I don't even know what that means.
But it sounded good, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's like the Allbrand family around dinner does a prayer and fuck the guy unnamed. We will not name him, but which starts with a Z and ends with a Z, and everyone's like,
Yeah, but you'd have to do it in German. That's probably why I didn't take off.
yeah,
Because Germans didn't invent cowboy hats.
No.
We have cowboy hats. It keeps the sun out of the eyes.
Happy Halloween!
Hey, you too.
That's what we're doing. We're doing it on this week's show because by the time that this episode comes out, it'll be the day after Halloween, and no one wants to celebrate the day after. That's like doing a Christmas episode.
This is a day out.
Yeah.
What's today?
Today is not Halloween. No, today's the 20th.
Yeah, it'll be before Halloween.
That's what I'm saying. So, but if we did it for the week,
yeah.
Because again, we're in a time machine.
Got it.
It would be the 1st of November. It'd be like Happy Halloween episode.
Hey!
It's past.
You know, like sometimes when they have like a Halloween party, you're like, do we do it before Halloween or after? Sometimes it's like a week before Halloween. But if you wait
to the
to following weekend, it's like the day after.
Everyone's already moved on.
Yeah, it's like, God, Halloween's a week away, but it'll be over if we wait.
That's right. You can't wait. Cannot wait. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to us on Patreon. You'll find a link in the episode description. We got that new merch. Thanks to everybody who's picked up the mugs to say.
I feel like Sam Elliott or something right now.
Like you're gonna do. You're all business over there.
Yeah, I got my business hands and my cowboy hat.
Got your head business hat.
Yeah, business hat, business hands.
Ready to kick a cow in the dick.
Yeah.
Ready to fight man.
Fight man. Sit chair. Fight man. Whatever. Something like that. Thanks to everyone who has picked up the I Love My Daddy's merch. We got a merch. We got the mugs, and then we got the tumbler, which has the solo hot air balloon on fire. You can check it all out, plus a lot more at canyoudon'tpodcast.com.
I don't think you realize you're doing this.
What'd I do?
For the people that can't see, Joe's wearing a sexy wig.
Yeah.
But it's like a sexy girl wig, but if she would have colored her hair and like layered the
Yeah,
it was kind of like a mid 2000s or like late 2000 or
something.
right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Where it was like the black on top and the silver.
Yeah.
Anyway, but he keeps moving it out of his ear, and I don't think he realizes he's doing it, but it looks like that looks natural.
Does it look hot?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I'm all boned up over here.
Bone.
All right, let's
Riding
get
bone.
Oh,
Riding
geez.
bone.
Riding bone.
Yeah.
What are you doing tonight? I don't know. I'm just hoping riding bone.
It's just like imagine like what are the people that have hoes?
Area codes. Ludicrous.
The guy pimps. Yeah. He's like, bitch, you're gonna be riding dong tonight.
You're riding dong.
Getting paid riding dong.
That's it. I'll be in my tractor.
I'll slap him, bitch.
I'm slapping bitch if you don't ride bone. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay, let's move on and start the show.
All right.
Let's get it rolling. Hey, Zach!
Hey, shut up. Start the show already.
Just a heads up, though. I'm not going to be able to brush this wig out of my eyes the whole fucking show.
Is that your good side? Because you keep doing the left.
No,
that's
it's just the
camera side.
Yeah, it's the side that keeps falling down.
He's a professional.
Look
Yeah,
at
you
this.
gotta showcase the good side.
Yeah.
Everyone has a good side.
Yeah. Okay, so this was sent in by our daughter, Jem, and it's quite a mouthful.
It is a gem.
And it is fun. Would you rather have a detachable penis that guarantees an orgasm for your partner, but it needs to be hand washed?
There's always a but.
Yeah, but it needs to be hand washed using a mild detergent and then air dried for at least an hour after each ejaculation. Okay? Or Would you rather have your God-given member, but you have a chronic mild yeast infection in your foreskin or any tissue if you're circumcised, while flaccid that is resistant to any treatment?
You just never get rid of it. It's just always there.
Always there. So itchy, probably a little smelly. And I found it fascinating that Jem wrote in there, while flaccid. So does that mean if you get hard, your mild yeast infection goes away?
I think it means it's just she's implying that like it's just
Always there.
at stationary.
Okay.
It's just always there.
So it's not about like when you rock hard and like then it shows up.
I think it's still there.
Okay, I guess that was interesting.
Yeah, it's
Because
just
you could get stopped at mild yeast infection in your foreskin that is resistant to any treatment, but she put in while flaccid.
yeah.
Looks like it's a magic dick that cures itself when hard.
I think yeah. What I think she's implying is that it's always there.
Okay.
Even when it's hard or soft.
Okay. So detachable penis. That is that's a nightmare. An hour of air drying
I don't know, though.
After each ejac, you're just like, oh, like after you come, like you just go stick it on the counter.
I don't think that's that big of a deal.
What if you're gonna forget it? What if
You know you're going to misplace it.
Yeah, like where the hell's my dick?
Yeah, come
Which
on.
is a funny sentence.
Okay, you'll misplace many things, but your dick,
Yeah,
that's one you're going to keep track of.
we're not. Well,
You're going to have air tags. You're going to have whatever, like air cock rings that just to find it.
the balls. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that part.
It's like a
would still-
Bluetooth.
you would still just have your balls
Yeah,
without
they're
a
just
dick.
dangling. Yeah,
What
so
does that look
you're
like?
you'd have like your phone and it's like find my dick, find a dick.
Find a dick, and it's not just you; it's all of your friends. You guys have to all share each other's dick location.
Isn't Tinder find a dick already?
It's damn close, isn't it? No, but having an air, you can't. Well, no more quickies like when you're heading out the door, or else you're heading out into the world without your dick. You just don't worry about it.
Just plop it on the roof of your car while you're driving.
Talk about an air
That's
dry.
a real air dry. That'll cut down the time in half.
Yeah, it will. God, what is it so weird? Because big dildo, right? We all know what a big dildo looks like, and it has a dildo kind of consistency to it. But if it's just like an actual human dick stuck to the top of your car, have fun in prison, you lunatic.
Well,
lunatic.
they're making prosthetics much more real and more real these days.
You should see the advancements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, I don't know. It could be kind of nice to just be able to, just detach yourself from it a little bit and just kind of give yourself a break.
This is a little side quest, but I'm just wondering if you know that these exist. Did you know they make like covers for your dicks?
What?
That you put your dick inside of a dildo, and then then you have sex with the thing that's not your dick because you've just been letting people down this whole time. So you basically put on like a
Yes.
a dick cone over the top of your actual
Yeah, it's like
dick.
an extended dick.
That's a real thing?
Yeah, I don't know why that's so funny to
I
me.
did a Scatcast skit about a condom that did that, basically.
Yeah.
And it's, okay. So life is a parody.
But
Life is a
does
parody.
Joe's do the opposite? Like if he got a condom, does it make it
An innie?
not? So it
It just
pokes
turns
out the back of their.
the condom is just a beanie.
Yeah.
just over the ears.
It's like it's a little hipster guy that
Yeah.
works at Apple.
yeah, the tiny ones that
Yeah.
don't even touch the
Yeah,
ears.
it doesn't even go with the ears. It's just, or it's a yarmulke.
And we're safe.
Mm-hmm. Looks like you got a Jewish dick.
Do you have a condom? Yeah, 1 second, but we're gonna lose it. What do you mean? Look, just like sitting right on top, like this is going to be gone.
Could you imagine you're a Jewish guy, you walk into church and you got to put on a little yarmulke over your penis.
Mhm.
You go in and you're like, pop it on.
One for you and one for me,
It would-
and then going into your stuff.
yeah. You're just kind of hanging out in there and your yarmulke falls off through your pants.
We've talked about all of our hearts kind of being in the same spot with like having sex. It's really the biggest turn on is when you are pleasing the other person, right? It's not about like
I don't think we agreed to that.
I'm gonna get my fucking nut. Like that's hard to go in with that mindset. It's like you're not having fun. It's like then we'll just stop doing it. So
Some people that don't think that way.
So that's important. You have to take. There's a lot of people that don't think that way. Different circle of friends, I'm sure. But so having the detachable penis, you risk losing it and having to wash your dick in mild detergent and then air dry it after every time you come. But at least you don't have a yeast infection. I don't even know who's gonna sex or have a good time just reverse it. Let's not even make it, because all three of us are straight men. And like, let's say that there's a yeast infection inside the vagina. Like, there's just a lot to deal with. Like, you have to be extra, extra horny just to ignore that smell.
And the cricket sound is inserted here.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
What if you just get like one of those car fresheners?
Just hang it off the clit?
The pine tree fresheners.
Yeah, the pine tree.
Vanilla.
For your dick?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's a merch item and a half right there.
You imagine like a girl, she's going to blow you.
Safe?
Pulls it down and she's like, what is this, vanilla?
Like, you're welcome. Do not take that off.
The bag's not fully on. It's like still halfway off.
Yeah, the halfway exposed thing. I don't even know if that works.
I remember when you get those because they never tell. So now you just have this bag hanging from the top. No, I just used to rip it off.
Yeah, people were like, oh, air's not getting in there. So like, the more air gets to it, then the less longer. I don't know if there's actually any science behind leaving the plastic wrapping halfway on your pine tree.
Somebody knows. Somebody's listening and they know.
I know if they ran the experiment. I'm sure it's been done because it's a pretty goofy thing to do. That is a really funny. Like, you can have little funny little sayings on your tree freshener.
Mm-hmm.
It just says like, I'm sorry, but do not take this off.
Do not like a mattress tag. Do not remove by law.
By law, yeah.
Why is that?
Like, if you want to continue having a good time, do not remove this pine tree air freshener.
Do you like being free? Do you like freedom?
I think the mattress tags were for stealing and like counterfeiting or something.
Okay, because I was going to say maybe that's a lap time thing where you dive into that. Well, but if it's that easy, then never mind.
They're not for you as the consumer. They're for the store because they used to just shove whatever the fuck they wanted to inside mattresses.
Yeah,
I know the answer. Yeah, you can rip it off as the consumer.
Oh, okay.
It's so the store can't take it off and then just be like, yeah, there's fucking gold in here. They have to have exactly what's in there. It was a whole thing.
I always thought I'd get like if you rip it off, all of a sudden the police is going to show up at your door.
Brian, did you rip your mattress tag off?
Shit!
God damn it, honey, get the kids. Get the kids and get your cowboy hats.
What did you do?
We're driving road. We're driving road. Everyone
driving road. We're leaving town. That actually makes sense. Leaving town.
Leaving town. Ripping tags. Driving road.
Popping tags.
Like driving road. Man, just because of the yeast forever yeast infection thing, you can't ever cure it. Yeah. I'm picturing like you got your dick on a retractable leash, so you don't leave it behind. Like, it's detachable, but it doesn't say you can't.
Like a chain wallet.
Tether it like a long 90s landline phone. You guys remember those?
The coil cord?
And then you'd have houses that like they had to hang up the extension part, like in case the kid wanted to do 7 laps around the kitchen and still be able to talk. You just have that thing surgically implanted into where, next to your balls.
It's like an umbilical cord.
It is for your penis. Pitching that in a meeting.
Is that why it's called the belly? Umbilical cord?
Umbilical cord?
Oh.
Umbilical cord? Is that why?
I don't know. That sounds pretty good.
We'll look into that later.
You got a whole list of things. You're over there, you're looking like mattress tags.
Okay, mattress tags, umbilical cord.
Umbilical cord?
I bet you that it is. Embellish on the story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of scenarios where, like, okay, let's say you rubbed one out or you had sex, whatever. Like, do you think about your dick for a while?
Only for doesn't matter because the next hour.
But is that really that inconvenient? Because you're gonna clean it in either, like you have a toothbrush thing, like a charger. We have a toothbrush charger in the thing.
Yeah.
So when I'm done brushing my teeth, I put it on the charger, or by the kitchen counter, you have one of those little dry off things.
I'm picturing like the comb containers that you have at barbershops, but for your dick. They have the water in the comb, and they pull it up, and all the combs fan out for it. You could have different dicks.
What do I feel like today?
Where's that? Goddamn, I'm going to have to call the dick farmer.
Well, destroyer again.
Yeah, destroyer. Don't want to let her down. Guess I'll get the thing I'm not.
Gonna go with the Mantar 2000.
Yeah. Hey, hon, how many holes do you want filled tonight? Again?
Looks like a Mantar night.
Looks like it's a Mantar night. No, not a problem. No, it's fine. Sorry, I was just asking.
Isn't that like a food commercial? Looks like a something night. It's like a
Can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it's not Mantar.
Mantar dick.
I can't believe this isn't Mantar you're fucking me with tonight. Sorry. The other
Sorry.
one wasn't dry.
Yeah. I told you I wasn't
it still
ready.
had the mild detergent on it.
That was only 45 minutes ago. I can't use it.
I'm going that one just because I think
Can you
like
pee when your dick's off? That's another thing.
Oh, again though, like how often do you really need your dick? If you
Yeah, I mean, fair. But if you can't pee out of it, it's just going to change your life. You can't drink a bunch of water. No peeing after sex. Don't go out and get drunk and think you're going to have some sex and then afterwards.
you could probably have sex, then go pee, then go wash it.
Okay, I think you have to take it off immediately after you jet. You're like, oh, and you come, like, it detaches itself.
It just unhinges.
Excuse me? Just gonna.
It's like
Hold on. Sorry.
It's like the space shuttle. When it gets to space, it detaches and sends the rocket off.
Or reverse the cord. You have the retractable leash that is always tugging on your dick. So the second you come, it just goes and like shoots back to its home.
You don't want to be in the way of that.
It's like a tape measure. It's like bouncing down the hall. Bouncing off all your pictures and shit.
knocking glass over.
Going back to the charging
knocking
station.
lamps over. So if you're in the back room having sex, it's coming down the hallway, it's going flapping everything.
And it's like,
yeah, it's like magnetic. It gets
it's like a hood ornament. Hood ornament. When you pop it, it's like.
Oh yeah, like the bobblehead for like a dash.
Yes. Yep. Boink. There it is.
Yeah, I'm going with that.
I'm going with that.
That
Zach?
sounds like fun.
Yeah, Robocock.
I mean, yeah, I'm old enough to just. I mean, that just sounds like a new fun spice of life. All right, let's move on for.
Have you ever had a yeast infection?
Not yet. No, I haven't. I know that guys can get them though, which I didn't know that until actually not too long ago.
I think guys don't get things like that because we're always checking out our dicks.
Well, yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
and it's less. I mean, it's harder to get things in your pee hole than it is inside of a vagina area to mess up all the stuff.
Sure, but I think men are just we're paying way more attention to our dongs.
What's this? What's this?
Oh, there's that again.
It's starting to smell. What's this?
Well, you know, it isn't even a
Nightmare
chance.
Before Christmas? Anyone?
I don't think I ever saw that.
What? What? That's a goddamn classic. With Jack the Skeleton?
Yeah, I
What's
remember the movie.
Oh, okay.
I think we even watched it last year, but I fell asleep because I was so bored.
All right. Well,
Sorry.
I'm sorry about that.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
It's fine.
No problem, Cowboy. All right, let's move on. You got it. No problem. All right, let's move on to the next thing.
All right.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, babe?
what are you thinking about?
Nothing. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about a lot of shit.
What are you thinking about?
Just getting my hair out of my face.
So turned on.
Go ahead,
Can't even
Brian.
look at you. What is it? What's the holiday? Halloween?
Halloween.
Coming up?
I speaking of Halloween, I showed you when you got in, but an album on vinyl that I've wanted since probably sophomore year of high school. I finally got AFI Sing the Sorrow. Anyway, if anyone cares, just figured I'd throw that out there. Okay, go ahead.
What does
Brian.
AFI stand for?
A Fire Inside.
That's right.
I passed.
Yeah,
What?
I didn't listen to him.
Oh.
I wasn't into the whiny stuff.
Ooh, shots fired.
I'm not, at the time.
At the time.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
listening to, metal.
Lesser shot fired.
All right.
You were listening to Paw Patrol is what you were doing.
Yes, I was.
True.
What are we doing?
I don't know. What are you thinking about? Yeah.
Okay.
It's a show we're doing. It's a podcast.
I had a funny idea today, or like a funny thought. It was just, like costumes, how they have like the sexy version of this and that.
Oh, absolutely.
Or you're out and about at a costume party and you see people in uniforms, whether it's military, police, firefighters, nurses, whatever.
Right.
And I just got thinking, like, what if there was some sort of a crisis? Like you're at a party and there's a crisis going on and you had to turn, like you don't have time to call 911.
Yeah.
You just need to get a hold of someone to help you. Who would you be willing to turn to? Who do you think would do the best job at their costume? So like some beefcake that's wearing like a firefighter costume that's like walking around shirtless.
Yeah.
Like your house on fire. Can you count on that guy?
Okay.
Or
Because he looks more like the stereotypical firefighter type of thing? Is that what you're saying?
No, he's just in a he's just
Is he a firefighter at all?
no.
Okay,
He's
gotcha.
just dressed like a sexy firefighter.
Yeah, he is.
And then you have like the sexy nurse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, but you need I don't even know what's going on with you. You've got a yeast infection in your penis.
Yeah.
Something like that.
You just had sex, but your penis skyrocketed into the other room.
Yeah.
And it's powering itself back up. Yeah.
You need assistance with that.
Yeah.
Do you think she could help? My fucking
What's happening?
they're just my left one's going in and out. It's driving me nuts.
Oh, well. Mess with your clicker over there.
Who would you put your trust in?
Man, just depending on how they dressed.
Or like a guy in a police, he's just some hammered guy, but he's like in a police costume.
Yeah.
But say you need a police officer.
My brain, like, it goes to the same, like, scenario, but, it's the Halloween, it's dress-up party. But you need someone in that profession. But like you mentioned with uniforms just in general, like, those things, they have some power, right? Because if you need a cop in, I don't know, the car accident, and you're like, help, and he's like, but he's a police officer. He's like, I'm a police officer, and he's running up the street, but he's fucking Aladdin. He looks like,
or the dinosaur thing where the heads blobbing around.
The one with the aliens carrying somebody. And that guy shows up. He's like, lay down, don't move. You're like, what? Picture if you're the guy, if you're like, you need assistance and how scary that is. If the last thing you see, an ambulance rolls up and they all come out dressed like Frankenstein or the monster, technically.
Yeah, I wasn't going to be the guy. But...
And the last thing, like, you're just coming in and out and you see this guy be like, hang in there, you're going to be okay. And it's the fucking, it's like Harry Potter.
In and out of consciousness.
It's just, oh my God.
Dracula.
Hang in there. Or whatever.
1, 2, 3.
It's a giant big bird. Sit still. Bert and Ernie come out of the fucking ambulance.
Mario and Luigi.
They just won't break character.
It's like, it's like, who's there to help me? It's me, Mario.
It's me, Mario.
No, who is this real? I'm a Luigi, number one.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. This guy's having a heart attack.
Your leg just gushing blood. And he's like, woo-hoo! I'll be right back.
This guy's dedicated to his fucking costume tonight.
Yeah, he better win something. But yeah, like, in that scenario, emergency thing, for whatever reason, when you're on an airplane, like, is there any, like, are there any nurses or any doctors on the plane?
Doctor in the house.
For whatever reason, like, he's flying off to a dress-up party. And he stands up and turns around. he's like, I'm a doctor, but he's just dressed like fucking anything that's not a normal person or a doctor.
Well, the stereotypical, when you buy a doctor costume, you've got the stethoscope and everything, like a doctor doesn't travel like that.
Yeah. And then going back to the power of the uniform, let's say that 2 doctors stand up on this airplane and they're like, I'm a doctor. At the same time, one of them is wearing a costume doctor outfit and he's a mediocre doctor, right? And the other one stands up and turns around and he's dressed like Dale Earnhardt. Right. And he just like stands up with all his racing gear on and he's a really good doctor.
But he's intimidating.
But no one's, I would be like, give me the one that looks like a doctor.
Yeah.
Because the best one ever, if he's in a NASCAR uniform, I'd be like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And then you would die.
I'd be like, I don't know, man. Like, imagine
if the whole thing, like,
if uniforms didn't exist, what a crazy world that would be. I'm an officer. And you're like, are you?
Yeah.
Like,
show me some identification.
You don't look like an officer.
It's like a fake ID card that comes with a cop.
Pull
outfit.
it out. Hello, my name is police officer.
The mustache becomes
Hey,
mandatory.
can I get your badge number? It just
Where'd I
says
put it?
police officer.
It's paper.
It's just a business card.
He's like, why do people keep asking me to show this? It's just a kind of crinkled up badge. He's like, it's right here. What's the big deal?
Well, take that same scenario. Imagine just going to the doctor. So like, just let's say you have to go give blood because you're going to get some labs done.
Yeah.
You walk in there and they're like, hey, I'm here to get my labs done. They write up a little slip and they're like, all right, they'll call you in a second. You go sit at the table or you go sit at the chair and they're like, Joe. And you're like, all right. And you get up, they go take your weight. You walk back there. And then the nurse there is like but she's a real nurse. But she's dressed up like a sexy nurse. Like, what do you?
How do you deal with that?
How do you dealing with that?
I don't know. As long as I'm not going in there get a prostate exam by an inflatable T-Rex. And the window always gets fogged up inside. The doctor will be here shortly. Like, okay, thanks, sexy nurse. And you're sitting there, and then you hear in the hallway like, like the swooshy sound opens up, and Miss Bouncy,
the big head
bob.
yeah, head bob comes in. He goes, "Hello," and he reaches his dinosaur hand out to shake your hand. Okay, you're here for your physical? You're like, huh? And he's talking over that of the fan that's always going. I said, "Are you here for your physical?" And like it's all fogging up inside, and he's wiping it off. He's like, "This will just be a second, fucking rubber glove over a T-Rex hand."
Well, anything that had like I'm picturing like you're a stormtrooper or you're Darth Vader or something, but let's say you're a real paramedic and you come over and you don't have time to take your costume off because someone just got like a motorcycle accident and everyone's running over to the scene of the accident. And the guy's like, "All right, I need you to settle down," but it's got that like muffled voice, like, "I need you to settle down," And so you're laying there, but it's Darth Vader talking like Darth Vader, but it's a real doctor, real nurse, real doctor, whatever, like paramedic.
Sounds like a nightmare.
You know that like this guy's trying to help you, but it's still fucking
still
Darth Vader.
It's still Darth Vader.
He's like, "Hang on, let me put my lightsaber down."
Yeah, he's like, "God damn it, lightsaber's getting in the way." He's getting frustrated. Frustrated Darth Vader. Yeah, and then last note on this, because I believe it must have been like last Halloween, because I swear to God, this is one of my favorite things ever on the whole planet. And it's that time of the year. So everybody, if you are going, the parents out there, whatever kid, however old you are, if you're going to a Halloween party this year, just keep your eye out for little couple fights. Okay. Just, you hear one, go find it. Like watch from a distance and just enjoy the show. Cause nothing is funnier than watching like fucking, you got Wario screaming at Dracula. Right? And he's like, they all like the makeup is all smeared. They look like shit. And it's so funny to watch. Or like some inflatable whatever. Like, you got Mike Wazowski like screaming at Harry Potter. And it's just so much fun.
Or like,
just take it all in, because you only get one time a year to watch that stuff.
How many Barbies are there going to be this year? Like Barbie and Kins. So imagine like some college party or something. It's just this couple going as Ken and Barbie, just in this fight. Her mascara's running. "You never did!" And the guy's like, "Fuck it!" And it's just those guys
like
yelling.
Casa Dojo, baby, or whatever that line is from that movie.
I didn't see it.
Oh. Hey, Zach?
Nope.
Anyway.
That didn't land.
Sorry. It landed for somebody out there.
Yeah, somebody. Sorry, I didn't see it. But this just still the idea of that, where the intentions of going out was there's going to be this fun night, and then by the end of it, it's just, but it's characters yelling at each other. Yeah. It's just so great. Fucking Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtle, yelling at like Ariel.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like SpongeBob and fucking Patrick or something.
Yeah. Walking down the hallway, you see a Barbie crying. You're like, I wonder what happened. Further down, you see a Ken making out with a Raphael. And you're like, oh, I got it. I put that together. All on my own. That's why she's crying. I didn't do anything, babe. His face is covered in green paint. Like the kid saying I didn't eat the cookie. What? No, I would never. He's got like a stamp, an R on his face. I would never. I don't even like Raphael. You know I'm a Leonardo fan.
Leonardo leads. You know that.
You know that. I would never. And his face is covered in it. What? You think I ate out Elmo? Yeah, right. You know what? I'm sick of this. It's always something, isn't it, Barbie?
You're just always looking for a reason to start a fight.
It's just wrapped around his face, red paint. I would never. You kidding me? God. I knew this was going to happen. I'm out of here. And he buttons up his vest. Buttons up his denim vest and walks out of there. I'll be, what's the Malibu? What's the car? The Barbie car called?
Malibu Barbie?
Is that whatever the car is? I'll be in the...
Oh, yeah.
I'll be in the Barbie Corvette.
They actually like rented a Corvette.
The pink one, all of it. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at some dick this week. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Zach.
Is it dumb? Is it interesting? Is it cool? Then it's dick.
Then it's dick. So, searching around the interwebs for some Halloween-themed silliness this week, and I came across this headline, and I was like, no fucking way. But then when I tried to click the link, the article had just been completely erased from existence. And I was super bummed. I was like, dude, I really wanted to know more. But I took a step back and I realized all we really need is the headline anyway. Because the other details don't necessarily matter. Here's what it said. Haunted house for dogs. A pet store in Texas has opened a haunted house for dogs complete with spooky sounds and decorations.
Spooky sounds.
And I just want to come out the gate and say, what a terrible fucking idea.
Yeah, that's why there's not more than one in the world.
Like, I mean, maybe my imagination is painting it as they released this being like, this is going to be great. And I'm sure it's all dialed back. I'm sure it's like tiny little sounds. I get it. But they got erased from the internet because as soon as they put it out, everyone's like, what are you doing? Do you know how bad of an idea this is? Like, picturing two different ways this could go. Picturing a full-blown, like, theme park grade haunted house. And then you're making a Chihuahua go through it.
Chihuahua's already shaking.
So it's already shaking, and it comes around the corner and goes, Rah! Just like getting electrocuted and slamming shit on the ground. Ah! This Chihuahua's just in the dark. It's like, what the fuck? And the owner's like, come on.
Trying to drag it through.
It's pulling back. That was the last one. They come around the corner. Ah! It's never the last one. You're so dumb.
It's just dog piss everywhere.
Dog piss everywhere.
He's shitting and pissing everywhere.
And then flipping it the other way is even funnier. Where like they tried to dial it back and a fucking German Shepherd's going through. And this guy comes out and goes, and the dog's like, no. Just fucking
scares the guy.
Just biting it, just ripping his arm. He pops out like in the cutest dog bone outfit. And he's like, woo. And the dog's like, the fuck? He starts like chewing his ankles. Like, and by the time, they're 3 hours in, all the workers are bleeding. And they're so scared to do their job.
Like, oh, not another fucking Rottweiler, dude.
Yeah, dude, he's just crying. But he's in his happy dog bone outfit. Blood's like pouring out of it. And the boss is just like looking at him from across the haunted house.
The fuck back in your station.
He's got his clipboard out. He's shaking his head. He's like,
we've got a line of dogs out here.
Like, maybe it's your problem. Maybe you're doing something wrong. Try dialing it back. He goes, I'm not even moving.
I can't move.
They're finding me.
They're sniffing him out.
Like the whole fun, like the whole haunted house is people in costumes running from dogs.
Oh, that'd be kind of funny though. Like they smell him and they're like sniffing him out, and then as soon as the dog finds him, you're supposed to jump out.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but now
Even
they're
worse.
just like they're just like hiding for real.
Yeah, they're terrified.
They don't want to be found.
they're like up in the rafters, and the dog's like, row, row. It's like a bunch of dogs trying to bite like a penguin, like some super cute penguin. Some poor lady, she's dressed up like in some like you ordered off Wish.com donut costume, and she's just bleeding, and she's so scared. Oh God!
I love the idea. Well, like a really strong dog, like a pit bull or something, the damage that they could do. But I just love the idea of like we have a Yorkie, and she'll be up on the top of the couch looking out the window, and there'll be like a 90-year-old woman just out for a walk, and she's just fucking like savagely wanting to tear this old woman apart.
Yeah.
So the idea of like that dog being forced into a situation where they're being scared on purpose, the psychological torment of the fucking dog,
dragging him through,
and then trying to get him back home.
Yeah.
Like imagine them trying to get back into normal life again after an experience like that.
Yeah. I mean, in just like all out fun houses, like it's not just like a little Like, or you see something scary. Because, like, just having a mannequin stand there, right? And, like move around a little bit is going to scare the shit out of them. But you have someone jumping out with a fucking, like, fake taser.
Chainsaw.
Chainsaw, yeah.
The chainsaw guy. Like, okay. And, like, you know, at the end of the haunted house, the chainsaw guy's coming out. And you're like, come on, Boots.
It's all over.
It's all over. And you're like, no, it's not. You drag him out. He's fucking just chasing this poor dog with a chainsaw. Everyone's laughing. What a great idea. Or I picture like a Jurassic Park scene where things have just gone off the rails. Like the owner comes and he goes, what's going on in here? And he opens it up and there's people
Massacre.
are screaming.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of strobe lights and people getting dragged across the floor by dogs.
Bloody St. Bernard.
Yeah, just all these dogs are just chewing up all the workers, just flashing lights and taser sounds.
What's the dog movie?
Cujo.
Yeah, Cujo.
Mm-hmm.
You just made me think of like, you know, those things at carnivals or fairs when the kids walk in them, they've got all the mirrors and you got to get through those fun house.
Yeah.
But so it's not a scary fun house. It's just a fun house, but putting a dog in a situation like that where they don't understand reflections, mirrors and things like that. Like what that would do.
Get through here, you
There's
fucking
40 of yourself.
Yeah. Not a good look. No. The only way I can see this actually being pitched is by someone coming into the corporate office. Like, you know, he works there. He's like, I got a great idea. We're going to I want to have
We got to change it up a little bit.
You've been asking for something new, boss. Gather the troops, put them in the conference room, and he pitches the haunted house for dogs. And then what we don't know is on the side, like he's been moonlighting as a mailman and he hates dogs.
It's all just a
Vengeance.
He's just trying to get it back. He goes right to his neighborhood. He's like, this is where we'll set it up. And like as they're coming through, he's like, fuck you. He's like, in the dark, like popping out behind the things.
He knows all their names.
Who's scared of who now? Fuck you. And then runs back through. That's the only way. It's the only way how this ever got any approval.
It's psychopath. It's just like got that through.
Mm-hmm.
He worked. It was a whole ruse just to get that through, so he could fucking scream at these dogs and have a day where he just
Gets back.
payback.
Yeah, every Halloween he gets chased and he goes, I'll see you on Halloween, you fucking bitch.
We'll I'll see you in 6 months.
In 6
I warned
months.
you, Puddles.
Yeah, I warned you, Puddles. You're the worst.
Muddles.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you in hell, Puddles.
See you in hell, you fucking
Piece of
hairy
shih tzu.
bitch.
You big hairy bitch. What'd you just call my dog? Nothing. Enjoy your day.
Hey, Johnson.
Anyway, you guys coming to the haunted house? He's handing out invites for the dog haunted house.
Bring your cats.
Yeah, I think Puddles would love it. Yeah, are you sure? No, yeah. I mean, just the exact type of dog I want to fucking see.
Yeah, he's perfect.
As he's handing the flyers, ankles getting chewed on. We'd love to have him. Yeah, this is great.
Oh, this is great that you want to include our sweet muggles or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love to have
I fucking
him.
love him. He's getting like yanked off the step. His pants are ripping. You guys are my favorite house just because of him. It's like, ow. He's fucking eating me. Anyway, so I just thought that idea was a lot.
No, that's funny.
God, that little, like a Pomeranian, just in the dark, like so scared. And it's so, like ambience. And it just gets a little too close. And they have the air compressor thing, it shoots air. And they're just like, ah! And that dog's like, Jesus. And the lights go back out.
You ever seen a Cocker Spaniel?
Yeah.
Those are the worst.
Oh,
They'd be pissing
man.
before I got out of the car. But
Little corgi trying to go through a haunted house all by himself.
big smile on his face till the first corner.
They just shove him in and shut the door. They have light up collars so everyone knows exactly what fucking thing you're scaring. They're just trying to make it through. Come here. They have one guy going, come on, come here. And he's like getting up the courage to go.
Becomes like a doggy escape room.
Yeah, got the trees. Like, come on. And he gets up he's doing the little back and forth, and he finally gets up the courage to go down the hallway and goes, "Ah!"
It's a little old woman just like, here, Bubbles, come here, Bubbles, come
here.
get your tree, come get your tree.
Shades off from the ceiling. God, what a nightmare.
That's so fucked up.
God, what a terrible idea.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example.
And I get it. I'm sure it was cute. it was, maybe people just dress up and be like, ooh, come here and have treats and blah, blah, blah. I'm sure that was the idea.
The only way you do something like that is to film it and be like, here's an inspirational thing. Because something like that you don't do in the dark, right? Like that's...
Yeah, exactly.
That's something you don't do without cameras.
I'm sure it's well lit, like in a Petco or whatever. Yeah. Pet Smart, whatever it is.
It's people dressed up as like cats.
Yeah.
It's just ironically funny, like, ooh, I'm a cat.
I'm a big banana. Come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's not what my brain wanted it to be.
No.
Okay, let's move on to the next one, Brian. What you got there, my good cowboy friend?
Well, I thought this was kind of funny.
Pick an article.
Okay.
Sit and share.
Talking Mike, sit and chair.
Yeah.
This guy was officiating wedding.
Oh, okay.
This guy.
Okay.
Man officiating a wedding in Nebraska accidentally shot his 12-year-old grandson during the ceremony.
Okay.
Police say.
Nebraska? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, not much going on out there.
Sounds like something that would happen right here.
A grandfather who was officiating a wedding in Nebraska is facing charges after accidentally shooting his 12-year-old grandson during the ceremony.
Oh, my God.
Michael Gardner was officiating the festivities at Hillcrest Events in Denton around 5 p.m. on Saturday when he attempted to shoot a Pieta Model 1860 snub nose revolver loaded with a blank into the air to gain the attention of the wedding guests.
Yeah.
So he was just going to be like, pop!
Yeah.
Hey! Here we go.
Hey, we're doing the thing.
About ready to get started. People, shut up!
God, what a good idea in his head. He was going to be
Is it?
He's going to be the hero.
Is it a good idea?
In his head, he was so excited.
Yeah, that's what's funny. It's like, he's like, oh, I can't wait to do this.
No one's going to expect this.
Oh, dude. This is going to be the highlight of the wedding.
Okay, so it's like a starting gun.
Yeah.
And a track meet.
Essentially.
Got it. Okay. So what happened?
So Gardner decided to gain everyone's attention and start the wedding with a bang.
Mm-hmm.
When he decided to cock back the hammer of his revolver, it slipped and shot his grandson in the left shoulder, causing an injury. The Colt 45 ammunition was a blank, Gardner said, but he put black powder in it in the casing and then glued it in.
Holy shit.
And then that's what we believe. The glue is what injured the child. The boy's injuries were non-life-threatening, and he was taken to a local hospital before being transferred to Omaha for further treatment. Gardner turned himself in to authorities on Monday and was arrested on charge of child abuse for neglectable firing a firearm and injuring someone. Noting the use of a firearm and the seriousness of the injuries led to the charge.
My God. His idea gets better and better in his head.
I know.
He goes, well, the blank's not going to be loud enough to start a wedding.
Some Elmers or whatever.
Glue some gunpowder to this blank.
We do not believe Michael intended to hurt his grandchild.
Duh! Can you imagine?
But the act was not very smart.
Oh, man.
Authorities said deputies don't believe alcohol was involved in the accident.
Even
That's
worse.
what's funny. It's
Maybe
just
in
like,
the idea process.
this was just a Thober. He was Thober.
Sorry, Thoffer. Oh, my God.
But yeah, that's what's so funny about the whole thing is that it was meant to be this innocent thing. Like maybe the family's a big, like they all like guns and they just like, it wouldn't have been a big deal. It would have been, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe
like there's always one line. There's always one line in these articles that just kills me.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't think he meant to do it.
Yeah.
You don't say. Can you imagine if he's like, this grandpa is standing next to his grandson. He looks down and he goes, all right, like it's time to start the wedding. And the grandson's like, you sure there's not any other way to do it? And he's like, no, this is the only way. He just shoots him in the shoulder.
You sure this is the only way?
No one's going to believe it's starting. Unless I do something like...
The gunpowder is not going to be loud enough, so I need the scream of a child.
Right. Or else no one's coming.
The panic.
Look, everyone's over there by the cake. No one's coming unless someone's...
They're drinking over here. They're talking.
They're not going to hear anything. And they're not going to come just from a gunshot. You got to scream a little. You ready? He's like, are you sure? Yep. Just... But, okay. Going back to the side of did not mean to do it. Got it. What a fucking disaster. Wedding, I mean, did it go on? You think just get the grandson out of there?
Don't know.
They're just
that
pissed.
Was the end of the article.
They just keep the wedding going and they're just pissed that the grandson took the rings to the ER.
Yeah, they were in his back pocket.
Yeah, they're like, God damn it. And that's all they're mad about. Like, I knew he was going to fuck it up. I knew he was going to make a shitty ring bearer. And he's just in a hospital bed. And he's like, I forgot the wings.
Is there a right to bear rings joke in there somewhere?
I mean, you think you just did it? You got it.
Yeah.
Fucking right here.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. At a small wedding venue, is just a blank not loud? How is that not loud enough?
I'm sure it is. He wanted some smoke. He wanted to put on a show.
Okay, the show is the wedding.
No, I know, but he wanted to had something to do with this. Like he's like, not enough eyes on me.
It's my special
He's
day.
like, I wish I was getting married.
This is my special day. Yeah.
Wish I was getting married. Oh, it's your special day. It's your special day. What about Michael? No one ever cares about Michael's special day.
Always the bridesmaid type of thing.
Yeah.
Never the bride.
Yeah. Always the officiator.
Never the guy with the fucking
Never tuxedo
smoking
guy.
gun.
Yeah. Never tuxedo guy. Always cowboy hat. Fuck. When's Michael going to give him his special day? Well, I got an idea. I'm going to glue some gunpowder to this blank, and it's going to be my special day too.
I love it. What if he
yelling affirmations that morning in the mirror?
Yeah.
He's like, no, this is Michael.
This isn't just her day.
You deserve this. You deserve a little bit of attention.
It must have been a family member, right? Like, was his daughter getting married?
Yeah. I mean, he shot his daughter's kid.
Yeah, like, is that...
to start her wedding?
Yeah, that's... I mean, we could probably find more information about this, but if he's there... So he doesn't just officiate weddings. His grandson was there, so it had to be a family member.
He doesn't just officiate weddings.
It's not all this guy does.
You kidding me?
He's also a client.
He's also
Michael Gardner.
He's also a pyrotechnic.
I typed in Michael Gardner. It says obituary. Oh, that's not the same guy. Officiate.
He's so embarrassed by all of this. He's in the hospital. He tried to kill himself with a blank. You're like, Michael, you're never gonna get it, are you? You're never gonna get it.
He's in jail. Like, it was my special day.
Yeah, this was supposed to be my special day. And then his bunkmate's like, it is. It's about to be.
Well, he made it about him, right? He won. Here we are talking about him.
Yeah, fucking good job. Dude, what if that was part of it? Right before he did it, he goes, just shooting it to the air. No one's gonna care if you just shoot a gun into the air. You have to shoot a kid. He's like, and he's just having this back and forth. He's like, you got to shoot a kid. Where's the kid? Hey, he just looks around. He's like, hey, come here. Yes, Grandpa. My day.
Isn't that what happened to Brandon Lee on the set of The Crow? Something like that.
Oh,
there was an
blank.
actual bullet, though, wasn't there, or something?
I think it was a bunch of crap in the gun because it was supposed to be a fake.
Yeah, and then something just loaded a bunch of stuff into it and killed him.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Oh man, no me gusta.
I'm trying to. I looked at a different article to see. So all they did, it's like the Washington Post and New York Post. All they did was slightly reword the article.
Just
Welcome to journalism.
Yeah, well, moved a paragraph
There's no
around.
other information.
I wonder if how good. I wonder how close it would match if you told AI to write a story about Michael Gardner who accidentally shot his grandson with a blank to start a wedding and see what AI would do about it. Let's move on to petty beef. You ready? Speaking of guns, we got more gun talk
Okay.
coming up. Let's fucking roll it. Hey, Zach!
Silence in the court.
You are now entering the petty beef courtroom, where all sides of some bullshit will be heard and evaluated. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final-ish. This is petty beef.
Petty beef. Ready to set this one up, Cowboy?
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading this article.
You can't read.
She faces up to 3 years in prison and/or a $10,000 fine if convicted.
That's an expensive wedding.
Jesus.
Am I right?
All right. Shotgun wedding.
No.
Handgun wedding.
Yeah.
That's not a joke.
Snub nose revolver.
Wedding.
This is coming in from our pew pew loving son Christopher,
okay.
who writes, "Hey daddies." I have to say it like that almost. Hey daddies. Hey daddies. I want to settle something between me and my fiance. We have been living together for almost 3 years now. We went from an apartment to a house. I am a CCW license holder that has taken firearms very seriously my whole life, and by the age of 21, started taking tactical training classes and home defense and offense classes. This is someone who is comfortable around firearms but doesn't see the need for all the paranoia I have to keep. What? Comfortable around firearms but doesn't see the need for the paranoia I have I have about kept her.
Oh, she's a person who's she's come around firearms, but she just doesn't
like them.
Get the idea of like having
Got
to
it. Her and her 3 fur
for
babies.
defense.
Got it.
Yeah.
Fucking sentence.
Oh, and it's just 3 dogs. No, they're dogs. They're not.
Yeah. That being said,
Let's do a petty beef about that, whether you're dogs or kids.
kids or not. That being said, in our master bedroom, we have one tall dresser. I keep one of my firearms on top of it with a big Maglite style flashlight. That way, if there's a bump in the night, I get up, I grab it, I can sweep the house while she watches the cameras. I've had to sweep the house multiple times. My beef is she has started decorating our bedroom, which is fine. I love it. It looks amazing. And she keeps putting the firearm and flashlight inside the dresser. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but I keep telling her to leave it alone. When we have people over, we can put it away. The way I see it is I want repeatability with muscle memory. If something goes bump in the night and I wake up groggy, then I want to have the easiest way to get to these items. Also, the dresser is full because I have 2 drawers and she has 4. And it has a bunch of laughy faces. So it's not like there's an empty drawer. What do you think? Should I fight this? All of this is, I mean, Christopher, I'm sure you're a great guy. But this is a lot. This is a lot to... I guess this is the personal opinion here.
Maybe you should actually sweep the house. Maybe that would help. Maybe that would actually, she'd go, like maybe give a little leeway.
Maybe she's start putting some lights in.
You're like, I'm going to go sweep the house. And she's like, oh, thank God he's going to do something around the house. And he's just walking around with his gun. She's like, take the broom with you.
Tape the broom to your leg at least, and then go. Yeah. At least you can sweep while you sweep.
I don't mind if you sweep the house as long as you're actually fucking sweeping the house.
Sweeping it. Just do 2 things. He wears broom shoes.
Be quiet.
Yeah, he just
like swiftly in the night.
Clearing the whole house, but as he walks around, his broom shoes are clearing the house. It's a lot. Chris, I have questions, and it's not just Christopher, but people, like, he's like, and I've had to sweep the house multiple times. Okay, have you seen anything ever? Like, or did you hear something, and then you were like, okay, and you swept the house, and it was literally fucking nothing, and then you just go back to bed. So, I mean, always being ready and on the defense, like statistically, it is super, super low that someone's coming in and with firearms to try and hurt people in the home. Like it is super, super low. So to the wife's point on this, or fiance's point of just having to have firearms out and ready to go all the time, like might be a bit much. Am I alone? Somebody come.
No.
I mean, you got a fun cowboy hat.
Yeah,
on.
boy, tell you what, I like me some guns.
Yeah.
I don't know this guy's story.
Yeah.
But it sounds to me like the paranoia aspect of it is a little is accurate, just because like the sweeping the house, is it because he thinks he's hearing something, or is there actually something going on?
Right.
I have a buddy who's very much like that, where it's like he's got a gun in every room, and he's like, in case something happens. So like, laugh at the guy who and then actually has that happen, and you're lucky you have it. But you're prepared. Right. But statistically, like the chance of that happening is pretty low, and to be living like that, I don't know. Like, I have a couple of handguns, I have a shotgun, and I had to have a conversation with my wife. She's like, we need to get a safe and everything. Because before we had kids, now we have kids, like it's in a safe. I don't think her fur babies are going to be getting it. So one thing about leaving the gun, I wouldn't worry about that way, like someone getting, but I think it's a thing in his mind that's like,
the threat is way bigger than it actually is.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not even really about the gun. It's about his paranoia that he needs to be on the defense all the time.
And always protecting.
Doesn't it kind of depend on the neighborhood?
Yeah, and I was going to say that too. Like, if you're living in a place where you're like, shit's getting broken into all the time, your neighbors, like, sure. But if you just, there's some people that are they live in fear all the time, and they're like there's like survivalists. They're like, they have bunkers, and they're like waiting for the end of the world so they can live in their bunker.
Have you watched the news lately? Come on.
But if you don't watch the news, guess what?
Everything's fine.
Your life continues exactly how it was before.
So like that's a mindset. Like you're like, obviously the world scary, but there's no way that I could let myself live in constant fear
And then also, you mentioned, just to piggyback on what I said earlier, if you don't know, like, yeah, I'm a gun owner too.
Yeah.
I've got guns.
Maybe she's afraid of the gun in some way. And maybe something could be done there where go shooting with her.
No, she said she's comkomfortable around firearms.
She's comfortable. Okay.
Yeah.
But she doesn't like the paranoia aspect of it. Like
which I get. I totally get that. That could, Christopher, that can probably be annoying. Like, I don't know. I don't live in it. But the way you've described it is like you are always ready for fucking Bruce Willis to come swinging through a rope through your kitchen window.
Well, you feel like you need to be, like, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I need to be John Wick.
Yeah. Which, I mean, is fine, but it has to be, like, to a healthy level. Like, some people's hobbies, like, this is it. Like, training and being ready is truly a hobby. Like, it takes a lot of time to be that prepared. But if it starts affecting your relationship, you got to be careful, Christopher, because... Do you have brakes? Do you have the ability to put some brakes on with this? Because if you don't, it might become a problem.
Yeah, and I think just in this scenario, I think he needs to change what he's doing versus her. Like, if she obviously is comfortable, she's fine with you having guns, but like the idea of like, I gotta dust the thing and I gotta move your guns and do all that shit. That might be a bit much for her. So,
and him going off of muscle memory of where the gun is located. Like, if it is 5 inches below where it normally is inside of a drawer, I mean, you just redo your muscle memory and then open a drawer and grab the things you want.
Yeah,
if that settles it. Like,
retrain yourself to open a drawer.
What if he accidentally grabs the dildo, bro?
He goes out there. He's like, "What the fuck?" Oh, shit.
He's got a Maglite.
He's shooting blanks with his dildo.
he's got a Maglite taped to a big dildo, sweeping the house.
It's the
Why is the
snake
flashlight
light.
so goddamn bouncy?
Snake light. Oh, the snake light.
And then last thing I want to say on this, and then we can move on. But the scene where he said that he can sweep the house while she watches the cameras, and like I just picture her not being into it at all. He's like, "Babe, all right, we're trained for this. Get up." And he's like, "You got it." And like she's like, yeah. She's like,
yeah,
90, and she's sitting there. She's not even. She has like an intercom system on, and she's just laying back down in bed. And he's like, "Okay, is the kitchen clear?" She's like, "Yeah." She's laying in bed, not even doing shit
because nothing's ever there.
She's just like, "Yeah, it's clear." And he's like, "Okay, I'm moving into the bubble." And you're like you hear like cool moves, like feet moves.
Do you see that?
see that? Ow, fuck.
Where were you on that one?
I don't know.
Where are my eyes?
And she's like, "I don't know. Did you hit the chair again?" "Yeah, probably." And he's sweeping the. Okay. What does the front deck show? All clear. She has her sleeper mask on, like the nightshade.
Yeah, it just says like
all
fuck
clear,
off on it.
All clear, safe and sound. Okay. All right, I think we're all clear, babe. It's like, all right, going back to bed. And powers off the CTV
I think
system.
There's more to discuss there about the sweeping. Like maybe she's just tired of him saying, "Dude, I sweep the house all the time. You never appreciate it." And she's like, "No, you walk through the house. You've never picked up a broom in your life. There's something. I feel like that maybe that's the crux of the whole thing. She just wants him to sweep."
Picturing the situation get a little out of hand where guns are literally hidden everywhere. Where she she opens.
Go to get a fork.
Opens the egg carton.
Open the thing.
There's a gun in it. You're like
a little pea shooter in there.
Like, you pick it up. You're like, "Okay, no, we got eggs." So you go to the store and you come back and you go to open up. You look inside. It's just a gun inside the egg carton. You're like, "God damn it!"
Well, there's always one. There's like cupcakes, or there's always one slot missing because there's a weapon in there.
Yeah.
So whenever you open up the garbage, there's just an egg in the garbage. You're like, fuck.
Every single book in the bookshelf has a gun in it.
Yeah, it's cut out. There's no pages in it.
Check the oven.
One book.
Check the oven. You have to check before you preheat. You have to see if
check for guns.
Yeah, see if the machine gun's in there. You're like just making sure the RPG is not in the refrigerator.
Yeah, so
you pour some milk. It's like you're like, damn it. Open it up. Fucking 9mm in there. Like, God damn, this is getting crazy. You know where the TV remote is? I don't know. It should be glued to the revolver. You know where the revolver is? Have you checked under the cushions? No. Lift it up. It's just an arsenal of other guns in
It's
there.
right next to your fucking drying dick.
Yeah. I don't know. I glued it to the drying dick. And then just a quick story. I can picture me doing this, dude. Because this happened when I first got my safe for my 9mm gun. I don't even know what I was doing, but I didn't want to put it like right next to my bed. Just because I don't know. I wanted it like more out of sight, out of mind. So every time the kids walked up to the nightstand I was going to throw them into, I wasn't also throwing them into a gun safe.
Right.
So I had it on a different place across the room, and there was one point where I was laying in bed. And I was naked, and I was just like home by myself. Kids were sleeping, and I'm laying in bed, and then I was practicing how fast I could get to my safe. So just picture this like grown naked man.
Dick kept knocking the lamp over.
Doing this, and then pop out of bed and running and like kind of sliding down to my safe, all naked. And then like after like this third time, I started laughing so hard.
What am I doing?
I was like, if someone could watch this. Like if someone was playing the Sims game and watching me naked slide to practice my gun safe opening, like how funny that would be.
Were you wearing socks?
No, I was all
Yeah,
like,
you should have done the Tom Cruise slide and socks.
Slide on
thing.
over.
Yeah.
I feel like sliding's better in socks.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you can't slide barefoot. You're gonna go to slide and you're just gonna catch and fly over and land on your dick.
Yep.
Well, your dick will keep you up.
So where are we at on this? He needs to cool off a little bit.
I think he needs to understand that he can move the gun somewhere else out of sight.
I
and
think
just retrain your memory to open the fucking drawer and grab your gun.
Is that something they've even thought of? Because
I had to have. I think he's just being stubborn. He's like, no, I have to. This is like, I know where it's at. So if I'm groggy, it's like, well, if you look up and it's not there, you're like, oh yeah, it's in the drawer.
But put it on the right side of the top drawer, whatever. Like,
yeah, you know
to
where
where
it's
you
at.
know where it is.
Yeah.
So just retrain yourself to do there. Then it's out of the sight. Then she's probably happy. That would solve every problem right there.
Solve it all.
And pick up the broom and actually sweep the house for real.
There's that too.
And then I think she'll be happy.
Yeah. I'm trying to come up with a gun sex pun, but I can't do it.
Happy wife.
Hot barrel. Or whatever.
Happy wife smoking wife smoking barrel.
Boom! God, there it is. Yeah! All right, let's move on to some good news.
All right.
Hey, Zach.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Hooray, we aren't doomed.
Yeah! Slappy Susan Samsonite.
I knew it started with an S, though.
I knew it started with an S, though. So this story is a feel-good, Halloween themed, and it's just super cool because when I came across this article, I was reading it, and I was like, if you are charging, you're basically just doing a business thing. But this guy he's like, no, I don't charge. And I'll push play on the video. You can watch along if you watch the video version. But this man, sorry for that loud noise. He has a crazy Halloween decorations, over $100,000 worth of decorations, and he sets them up in his front yard. He also does this for Christmas, and then anybody is able to swing by and just walk through everything. So they have like different themes for different sections. Like you have to see it. So featuring almost 1 million lights, 750,000 lights, just in this one dude's property. But look at this, all out. Like this.
Where does he keep all that?
In the off season?
Yeah,
I don't know. It must be some sort of storage. But how cool is that? We've been setting it up for over 16 years,
and I'm sure just adding to it each year.
Here we go.
I mean, look at you. I mean, I'm sure you're having a blast. I mean, I had a 50, 60-year-old guy here. He's like a kid in a candy store.
That's the guy?
Yeah. That's
young guy.
Yeah. Wow. 16 years. He started when he was 1.
Yep.
No, he's probably early 30s.
He probably started like Ezra. It was like a little project.
Just loved it. They have like pumpkin bowling, like to entertain the kids and shit like that. I think it's his son that's walking you through, kind of showing you what's going on. But anyway, how cool is that? Like through the greenhouse, like that's all decked out too.
That's crazy.
I know. Never charged admission and won't even take donations.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. There you guys wanted to show you guys that.
We have a family friend that has a place in Moses Lake like that. But they're all the balloon ones. So you go in there, it's for Halloween, Christmas, Easter, all that. It's just his whole front lawn. It wraps around. Same thing, just like a path you can walk through.
Imagine being this dude's neighbor.
Well, you always see those things. It's like ditto with a sign.
Yeah, but like you're just trying to sleep. You're just like, fuck.
Yeah, it's like Christmas Vacation when the neighbors they're
like,
blinded.
Jesus, yeah. But like
Was the carpet all wet, Todd?
The sound that you're like, you got to wake up at 4 a.m, just pulling pillows over your head, and you're like, whoa,
Whoa!
It'd be funny, if nobody in the neighborhood does any decorations because of him. They're like, fuck it.
He's like, what are we going to do? Or just do
power all that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're over there. This guy's got all this shit going, and you're like, you can't even run your microwave because he's stealing so much power off the grid.
Well, I'm wondering what that if that ups the electrical for everyone in the neighborhood.
Probably.
Imagine
not.
if you like it for whatever reason, like all of a sudden you had to pay like $20 extra more a month.
What the fuck is this? Yeah.
Because of fucking.
Hey, but at least you got to walk through and see some cool decorations, huh?
They probably don't even care. Been doing it for 16 years.
Yeah, like you moved to the neighborhood knowing what's going to happen every October. But yeah, I don't want to go like completely off the cuff here, but I think he was saying it averages like 600 people a day through October.
Oh, okay.
Which is, I mean, that's a lot of people for just coming through a neighborhood.
To 1,000 or something
maybe,
like that.
Maybe, like I said,
crazy.
Yeah.
Where is this?
St. Charles. That's all I got for you. I had the article, then the article itself didn't have a good video. It had like, the news guy telling you about...
I'm down here in front of an Halloween decoration display where neighbors are pissed off.
He's been doing this for 16 years. And it had that over the top, and I was like, I'm not doing this.
This is KOA's horn and nose.
What was her name?
I don't know.
Gail Newshorn?
I don't know.
Jack O'Lantern?
That was kind of like a Jack O'Lantern.
Her name's Gail Newshorn?
Foghorn Leghorn?
Like, what else is she going to do? You better be an anchor.
I say, that's preposterous.
Or a horn player.
Your name is fucking Gail Newshorn.
I'm going to write that down just like...
You better be.
Gail Newshorn.
You fucking better be doing
I'm Gail Newshorn.
For Channel 4, I'm Gail Newshorn.
Thank you, Gail. All right, on to the war in Israel.
Right, over to not Halloween decorations.
Now for some good news. Palestinian leader...
His name is Chris Donabauer. So at least we can give him that credit. How come it won't tell me where the fuck St. Charles is? I mean, St. Charles sounds like it might be in the UK, but he wasn't really speaking like he was from the UK, was he?
I feel like it's Florida.
Is that what your guess is?
No, there's a St. Petersburg.
That's true.
I'm going one of the Carolinas.
St. Charles State. That's a good guess, too.
St. Charles State?
Missouri!
Missouri. I was close. Florida.
Well, at least this one. There is at least there is a St. Charles,
I'm
Missouri.
sure it's like Springfield.
Yeah. Okay.
Missouri. Springfield, Missouri.
No, there's that good news.
That's how it's pronounced, by the way.
Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't.
That's right.
I would never argue with a guy in a cowboy hat. Ready for some creepy shit?
I am.
All right, let's roll it!
The internet is pretty wild. Depending on your browsing habits, you can either experience something super cool or go to prison. Crazy, right? Let's check it out together as a couple. Hey, look what I found.
Yes! That's awesome! News reporter's name, I didn't even put it together that Gail, she could either be a weatherman or do the news. Because her name was Gail Newshorn.
Gail Force.
Yeah. It's Gail Newshorn. And she chose the news. It just felt better, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This is just something that somehow came up on my feed that I hope blows your guys' mind as big as it did mine. This is a deep sea fish called the barrelfish.
See if you would have chosen to go deep sea instead of space.
That has a see-through head. What?
It's crazy.
That's kind of like the old Apple monitors.
Yeah, the ones that have the clear back.
The Mac.
Yeah. Look at it. What? Look at his eyeballs. Hello.
Oh,
just browsing.
It looks like a snow globe.
Yes. That's a real thing. How is that a real thing?
Are those green balls its eyes?
Yes, those like behind its eyeballs, and the eyeballs are in front.
Jesus.
What?
It looks like a little deep sea submarine.
It looks like the submarine that
you have
Titanic.
to look it up. Listeners, you have to look it up. The barrelfish. And I love how...
Why they call the barrel... That's the best they could do? Barrel fish?
Projector
head. How about
the
fucking see-through head?
Fish. It's the see-through head submarine.
It's like a largemouth bass, but it's a...
it has like a...
See-through mouth?
It has like a rounded dolphin head. You have to just look it up. And then just not even the... If we go beyond, let's go beyond.
Let's go to the great
beyond. where this fish exists. Like it is right now. You're wearing a fucking cowboy hat. I took off a hot chick wig, and we talked about dicks and dog haunted houses. And this thing's just swimming around in the ocean right now.
Yeah,
just being like, I don't know.
You ever do that when you see that? You're like, what's that thing up to right now?
Yeah, right now.
It's just like,
it's
just doing that.
That's all it's doing.
It's just swimming around.
You go deeper and you think about the fact that we are looking at this thing in 4K with beautiful digital picture, watching it swim around doing its stuff just on our fucking laptops. We're nowhere near it.
Yeah, that thing is miles and miles away.
We will never see. It's miles wherever, however deep it is.
I'll never go. I've already said this. I'll never go that deep in the ocean.
Like you're standing. You could be standing on the coastline. You're probably still 100 or like 1,000 miles away from the closest barrelfish.
Yeah,
like no idea where this thing is.
We're closer to the space station
than we are to the barrelfish.
Yeah.
And we're just look at it and we're like, oh, that's cool. And then we're gonna move off and just talk to our listeners.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. There's a fish with a see-through head that glows in the dark.
Yeah.
And we're just like,
and now
wow,
on to
cool.
Hey Guys.
And now back to Gale News Force. For more
As
news,
you can see, you can see through his face.
Chris Doberbauer, Donnerbauer.
He does this for Christmas too.
All right, so we're just gonna move off the barrelfish, just like we said. We ready? All right, Zach, roll it.
All right, let's hear what you guys think.
Really? You want to talk to me? Wow, that's cool.
Wow. That poor barrelfish. Like, no one cares.
No one cares.
Everyone's like, whoa, that's so crazy. And then you just move on.
Right back to like, anyway, detachable phone line, dick.
Yeah. It's kind of like, like when someone dies and you're like, oh, I hope I remember that person. And you do, but eventually you just
like the barrelfish, like, forget about him.
Yeah. It's like now that he's still swimming away.
Yeah. Him and all his friends just having see-through heads.
Harambe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we still talk about Harambe? But
no one. I mean, we don't talk about Juno, but we do talk about Harambe.
We don't talk about Harambe enough. All right. First email coming from our meat-stroking stepson, Salty Dulty, who writes, hey, fucktards.
Hey!
Love the show and playing catch-up. I literally paused an episode to write this email because I had to share this story. Just listening to Juice Cleanse, Tampon, Fork, Unicycle, and you bring up being vulnerable during masturbation, and boy, is this a good one.
All right, let's go, Salty Dulty.
I was 20. I was 21.
Riding tractor, stroking dick.
That's right, reading email. I was 21, living in an apartment. I was living apartment complex and decided to have a little me time.
Nice.
In my room while my roommates were working. Laptop, max volume, whole box of tissues, kind of sesh.
This sounds like the title of an episode.
Yeah, it does. Laptop, max volume, whole box, tissues.
Yeah, sure does.
Kind of sesh. One of those kind of sessions.
Okay.
A few minutes in, I heard something from my window that happened to be right next to my bed.
Okay.
I lived on the first floor and in the corner of the apartment next to the elevator. And when I looked up to saw several people scattered.
Oh, man.
My blinds were down, but my dumbass had turned them the wrong way. The slats were facing down instead of up, and anyone who walked by their way to work or school in that morning got a show, maybe an anatomy lesson.
Oh, gosh.
Needless to say, I was mortified and might be on the list somewhere. Thought you guys would like this.
Boy,
3 out of 5 stars wouldn't change a thing. Boy, and keep up the phonics lesson. You're doing great. Your stepson, Salty Dulty.
That's a nice little compliment there.
I think you're safe in your own house. You shouldn't be on a list, right? Like,
no, I think the people looking in will be on the list before you would.
Yeah. That's your privacy, your own.
The idea that he was like, anyone walking to school or going to work got a show. Like, you ever watch a dude jerk off?
Yeah.
It's one of the saddest things you're ever going to see. Like, no one's
stopping like, whoa.
Like, you don't have it's not a dance number.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, yeah. Like, you're all hunched in, fucking. Do you like what you're doing to yourself, you big, strong boy?
So, like when you see like a video or like a porn video or like you go to like a peep show at a strip club and it's a woman dancing and being all
saucy,
seductive and saucy. And, saucy. She's rubbing salsa on her. But like a guy doing that same thing just doesn't have the same.
Well, we have
effect,
different sexual orientation. But I don't even care what your sexual orientation is.
But it's like
a guy thinking he's alone jerking off.
Oh,
There's no show.
Yeah.
There's no show. Just, you You fucking
yeah, you're huge.
yeah, look at it. You fucking look at my show.
Yeah, she
change that channel.
I can hear her moaning now.
Immediately, you're thumbing through channels, and that comes up. No one's ever like, "That's a fucking decent show."
And the guy's watching porn.
Thing.
He's talking to the girl in the porn, like, "Yeah, I'm giving you this
you're
fucking."
You're lucky I'm not there. You fucking.
You think that hurts?
You think that hurts? I fucking do it.
He's like, you think that hurts?
You think that hurts? He's like hitting his phone with his dick. He's like, yeah. You lucky I'm not there. Fucking get it. There's no show, Dalton. Salty Dalty. No one got a show. What you got was fucking
scare,
embarrassed.
maybe.
Yeah. Maybe they're just like they're just making sure like you weren't too depressed. Like that was why they were watching. They're like, he's not gonna do anything else, right?
Like, is there a gun around?
Is
maybe
he
it's
safe?
in the drawer.
They're just worried, yeah, because no one's jerking off and someone's watching, being like, "This is fucking really cool."
Can you imagine sweeping the room but jerking off too?
While
you're doing a sweep of the house?
Oh, like with a broom or with guns?
Either one.
With a gun is scary.
Yeah.
If you're like intruding and someone comes around jerking off with a gun. Hey,
who's it? Is anybody there?
Stay still. Stay still.
Who's there?
Just watch me. I'm putting on a show, baby. Okay, just let me go.
You're just in time for the show.
You're just in time for the big show, Mr. Robbie guy.
Robbie Robertson.
Look at you, so scary in the night. Sit down. And he mounts the Maglite like on the back of the couch. He's like, "You're in time for the show." Watch.
Uses some spirit fingers or more of a warm up.
I call this one. He's doing like little thing, pushing his dick between his legs.
I call this one,
the hidden penis Jack in the Box. Something. I don't know. Yeah. All right. On to our next email coming in from our daughter Erin, who writes, being born in 1983 and having
samesies.
Being born in 1983 and having super cool parents, they put MTV on and left it to play all day. I had buried away in the depths of my consciousness the tear that was the music video for Genesis's Land of Confusion. Until this morning! Damn it, Joe!
Blew it!
As Joe started to talk about the Disturbed cover, I immediately started to think, no, there's no way he's about to show what I think he's about to. Is he? But then I saw them. I saw them fucking demon Muppets right to... let me try again. I saw those fucking demon Muppets that to me had been smoldering quietly in the dark corner of Satan's colon. As soon as I saw the video, I started yelling, "No, fuck you, slapping my phone off the bathroom counter. Remember how I said I like to watch by myself early in the morning and so I'm not interrupted by tiny humans? Well, that moment of unbridled losing my shit immediately summoned my autistic 5-year-old. With his blurry eyes and his oversized huggy-wuggy in hands, yes, that creepy blue Poppy Playtown monster with jagged teeth, judge my parenting later, he picked up my phone, where it lay, by the door frame. His tiny elf hands on the screen just happened to start the video back to the portion where Joe started playing the Ring-esque Genesis video. To my absolute horror, he watched it and started laughing hysterically. At that point, my husband gets up and joins the bathroom party. He sees what our son is laughing at and grins widely. This is when I realize I am Rosemary. I spawned Satan's son. The moment my husband realized what video his offspring was so thoroughly enjoying was also his favorite music video, he played it for him repeatedly throughout the day. Now I am in my own version of hell.
What I think the funniest,
just well painted. Good job.
The funniest thing about that whole situation, I just picture like her on the toilet, like just moms in general. You go to the toilet, and then like the husband walks in there, like, what are you doing? Yeah, you know, pants on. Then the kids come in, and so the whole family's in the bathroom. She's just trying to go to the bathroom.
Just the head down, and the husband and son are like doing the robot dance, and you're just he's like, yeah, and like they're giving each other high fives. The wife just head down. Can I please just poop? Can I please just poop? Can I poop without getting my boob squeezed and having a robot dance in front of me? Please, just for a second. Thanks for sending that in, Aaron.
Yeah, that's funny stuff.
All right, well, that's it. That's show 71. Let's wrap this thing up. Thanks to everybody who is a part of the gaggle. You, too, can be Cardiff Giant. Patreon.com/CanYouDon'tPodcast. Go check out everything Uncle Zach does. Scatcast!
Yay!
All the shows, all the time. Head over to the Scatcast universe. Go to scatcast.com. That's scat with a K. You can follow Can
He's
You Don't.
the scat man.
Instagram and Facebook, Can You Don't Podcast. Of course, on YouTube channel, just search for Can You Don't Podcast. And then send something into the show. I think we might do, I don't know, whatever, we'll talk about it. Maybe confessions next week.
It's been a while.
And get those things sent in. Hey, guys, at canyoudontpodcast.com. And a big thanks to the babysitters that run the Can You Don't Playground on Facebook. I have 3 jokes for you.
Oh.
Halloween themed. You ready?
Trifecta, the Holy Trinity.
Holy Ghost. So, Zach!
Yeah.
Good God. Wrap it up already, huh?
These are all about vampires.
Okay.
How do vampires start their letters? Tomb it may concern. How do vampires get around town? On blood vessels.
Oh my God.
Blood vessel. You get it?
Yeah.
What's a vampire's favorite part about sex?
I don't know.
E-draculating. Nice. Hell yeah. That's a good one.
E-draculating.
Had never heard that. Oh!
I want to ejaculate on your titties.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Whoever thought of that one out there in the world.
Well done.
You're good. And
Well done.
and all the naughty, the mean
I'll
things.
give you a nod, a tip of the cap.
How dismissive you were about the barrelfish. I hope he's doing well.
Yep.
Yeah. Hope you're doing well out there, buddy.
I hope you're out there.
Glowing up the deep sea.
Yep. Just
with your see-through eyeballs and brain. Good stuff. Keep up the good work. All right. If you
wonder what their predator is.
Everything's so scared of that thing. No
yeah.
way.
Like, would you attack that?
I would never. I'd be like,
what
that's
was its
fucking
mouth?
Also see-through on the front of its face. Yeah, you look it up.
I gotta look it up.
All right, if you subscribe to us on Patreon, the show keeps going. If not, we'll see you guys next week. Adios!
Bye.